CIET NCERT presents audiobook Our Wondrous World, Textbook of Environmental Studies for Grade 5.
Page number 131. Chapter 8. Clothes. How things are made. At the left-hand top corner of the page, there is a QR code, clicking on which you will be directed to the additional information about the text. At the top of the page, there is a picture depicting a group of people engaged in traditional textile crafts. A woman on the left is spinning yarn using a charkha, while another woman is knitting a garment. The center of the image focuses on a man operating a hand loom, and two other women are processing cotton fibers. Pattern with threads. Observe closely around you. Do you observe birds building nests or spiders spinning webs? Nature is full of hidden artists, animals, birds, and insects who weave, stitch, design, and even glue things together. What do you observe in the picture described? There is a picture depicting a small yellow bird perched among green leaves and a cluster of woven nest. The nest appears to be suspended from the branches, with one appearing complete and another seemingly in process. Did you know we have a hidden artist around us who has been weaving long before humans ever did? Page number 132. On the left-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. The Indian handloom sector employs over 45 lakh people, especially women, and rural artisans, making it one of the largest cottage industries in the world. The male buyer weaver is a weaver bird who builds beautiful hanging nests from grass. They weave the strands over and under to make the nest strong. The nest is shaped like a pouch and hangs from the branches of a tree. The expert weaver bird weaves very fine nests, while the young ones, who are just learning, make rather rough ones. Weaving combines stripes or threads of a material into a patterned fabric like cloth. One set of thread is placed vertically and the other goes horizontally. When these threads are carefully crossed over and under each other, they form a unified fabric such as a mat, a basket, or many other things. There is a picture depicting various scenes of people engaged in traditional crafts using natural materials. In the top left, a woman is weaving a large basket from which appears to be bamboo or reeds, while other finished baskets sit nearby. Below, a person is preparing and arranging green palm-like leaves on the ground. A final image features a man and a woman weaving smaller baskets and mats together. For a long time, people have been weaving many kinds of natural materials into mats, baskets, or sheets from coconut fiber or palm reeds, bamboo, grass, jute, and cotton or silk. Page number 133. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. Indian muslin was so fine that it was known as woven air, and a whole sari could pass through a ring. Discuss. Have you seen products woven out of natural material at home or elsewhere? What are they? Activity 1. Step 1. Take 5 to 6 strips of blue paper and tape them at the top of a surface. Step 2. Take another set of yellow paper stripes and weave them through over, under, over, under. Step 3. Keep repeating until you get a mat. Step 4. Can you use this method to make a basket? Try using materials other than paper, such as strings, ropes, ribbons, or reeds. There is a picture depicting a step-by-step guide for weaving. The top row illustrates how to interlace blue and yellow paper stripes to create a woven pattern. Below, a variety of finished woven objects are displayed, including a mat, a basket, and a small mat-like object. Page number 134. Think. What can you find in your classroom that is woven? If you weave with threads instead of paper stripes, it becomes cloth. There is a picture of a boy sitting on a stool and holding a fabric in his hands. Activity 2. Look at a piece of cloth through a magnifying glass or by using zoom on a mobile phone camera. It could be a shirt or something you are wearing. Can you see the amazing crisscross pattern? There is a picture depicting a pink t-shirt with a magnifying glass placed over its center. The magnifying glass reveals a close-up woven pattern of the fabric. This illustrates how individual threads are interlaced to form the cloth of the garment. Traditions of weaving. There is a picture depicting the interior of a large factory with long rows of spinning or weaving machines. The machines, with their complex parts and large wheels, stretch into the background of the building. The scene suggests an industrial setting for textile production. People in India knew how to weave even 4,000 years ago. Traditional weaving is done by hand on an instrument called loom. The cloth made this way is called the handloom fabric. India has some of the best handloom weavers who are experts at their craft. Do you know? There are many handloom traditions in India, each with its unique technique and pattern, like Kanjivaram from Tamil Nadu, Pashmina from Kashmir, and Ikat from Odisha and Gujarat. Page number 135. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. India was the first country to cultivate and use cotton to make clothes, revolutionizing textiles worldwide. There is a picture depicting two people operating different types of handlooms. A woman on the left wearing a red headscarf and a green garment is seated and weaving a colorful piece of cloth. On the right, an older man with glasses is working on a separate loom, weaving a piece of green fabric. Weaving is not just about making clothes. It also provides work to many families and keeps our traditional skills and designs alive. This is why weaving is so special for India, both for its culture and for the people who depend on it for their livelihood. Textile mills use modern machines to spin thread and weave cloth in large quantities. Thread. We have observed how threads can be woven together to form a cloth. But how are threads made? Activity 3. Take a ball of cotton and gently pull it out to make a strand. Now try twisting the strand slowly with your fingers. Notice how it becomes stronger as you pull it in a spin. Take a pencil. Now, wind your cotton strand onto your pencil. by twisting and adding more cotton to your ball. There is a picture depicting a spindle, which is a tool for hand spinning yarn. Page number 136. This process of twisting cotton fibers together to make thread or yarn is called spinning. A charkha or spinning wheel helps to spin the thread from cotton just like the pencil does. This thin hair-like thread you get when untwisting the cotton strand is called a fiber. Do you know? Gandhiji showed us how important it is for us to become self-sufficient. Knowing how to make our own cloth by spinning thread from cotton and weaving it into a fabric become a symbol of the freedom struggle and the path to becoming Atmanirbhar. The cloth made this way is known as khadi. We do not get fibers only from cotton. There are many other natural sources too. There are 5 pictures of natural fibers. First one, bamboo. Second, cotton. Third, linen. Fifth, wool that we get from a sheep. And last, silk. Silk comes from the cocoon of a small insect called the silk moth. The cocoons are put in hot water. The silk thread is gently pulled out and then made into thread that is used to make silk fabric. At the bottom of the page, there is note to the teacher. The teacher may arrange a visit to a textile mill or a place where handloom cloth is made. Otherwise, the teacher may invite a local handloom weaver to the school. Page number 137. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. India is the largest producer of jute in the world. At the top of the page, there is a picture depicting the life cycle of a silkworm, with 4 key stages arranged in a circular diagram. The cycle begins with silkworm eggs or a leaf, which hatch into caterpillars. The caterpillars then form cocoons and finally a butterfly emerges from the cocoon. Synthetic fibers are made by humans using artificial materials. We all use things made from both natural and synthetic fibers. There is a picture depicting 4 different examples of synthetic fibers, each labeled with its name. In the top row, a bundle of blue nylon and a skein of multicolored rayon yarn are shown. The bottom row features a colorful pile of polyester fibers and a folded piece of terylene fabric. At the bottom of the page, there is a keynote for the teacher. Note to the teacher. The teacher may introduce the life cycle as the pattern of growth and change that every living thing goes through, from birth and growth to death. For example, a butterfly or a plant. Show pictures or videos to make it engaging and relatable. Page number 138. Activity 4. Look at some clothes, bags, or other things you use every day. List some of the materials that you have used. Are they made from natural or synthetic fibers? Then, write one thing you like about it in the table. There is a table with 4 columns. First column for item, second column for natural, third for synthetic, and last column for what I like about it. Fill your responses in the given space. Crafting with needle and thread. Nature is full of amazing things. Do you know that there is a tiny little green bird that stitches its own nest? It is the tailor bird. With its beak, it sews the edges of a big leaf together by using plant fibers or spider silk. It pokes holes along the edge of the leaf and pulls the thread through its beak like hoe tailors sew a cloth with a needle and thread to make a sleeve. It pads up this green sleeve to make a soft and safe nest to lay its eggs and raise its babies. There is a picture depicting a bird feeding its babies inside a nest. The nest is intricately woven into several large green leaves. The bird, identified as tailor bird, creating its nest. It is perched on a green leaf that has been stitched together. Page number 139. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. Pashmina wool comes from a special goat called the Changthangi, found high in the cold mountains of Ladakh. People hand spin and weave this wool into very soft shawls. Activity 5. In small groups, collect fresh leaves of palash, teak, jackfruit, or similar broad leaves. If leaves are not available, try using paper. Also collect some small twigs like toothpicks. Now, using the leaves or pieces of paper and the toothpicks, pin them together to create a plate or a spoon. There is a picture depicting a sequence of images that explain how to make leaf plate. Activity 6. Have you ever tried stitching? You will need a needle and a thread to stitch a piece of fabric together. Can you fix a tear or sew a button? Let us learn simple stitching. Think. Question number 1. Have you ever seen someone stitching at home or in your neighborhood? What were they making or fixing? Question number 2. Look at your shirt or school bag. Can you find where the pieces have been stitched together? Page number 140. Activity 7. Let us begin by learning the basic running stitch. There is a picture depicting a diagram that explains the steps of a running stitch. The top portion features an illustration of a needle and thread moving through a piece of fabric with points labeled to guide the user. Below the illustration, there are steps that provide instructions for performing the stitch. Step 1. Take a piece of thread through a needle. Tie a knot at one end of the thread. Step 2. Start from the back of the cloth. Bring the needle up at point A, that is at the end of the thread. Step 3. Push the needle down at point B. Step 4. Bring it up at point C, then down at point D. Step 5. Keep going up, down in a straight line. Step 6. This is called a running stitch. Activity 8. Stitching clothes together. Now, let us use this stitch to bring two pieces of cloth together. 1. Collect small cloth pieces left over at a tailor shop or some pieces of old cloth. 2. Lay one piece of cloth flat on the table. Place the second piece of cloth on top of it, slightly overlapping it. At the bottom of the page, there is a keynote for the teacher. Note to the teacher. Stitching with the needle and thread must be done carefully. Show the steps slowly and keep a close watch. Students should not play with needles. Handle with caution to avoid injury. Clear instructions need to be given to the students before the activity. Page number 141. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. Bandhani is a type of tie-dye where small parts of the cloth are tied and dyed to make dots, circles, and patterns. It is done by hand using just fingers and thread. Continuation of the activity. Step 3. Now, use a needle and thread to do a simple running stitch to join them together. Step 4. Add more pieces to create a tablecloth, mat, coaster, cleaning cloth, or any material of your interest. There is a picture depicting a series of steps for a patchwork project. The images illustrate two hands holding small, square pieces of colorful fabric and a close-up of a hand using a needle and thread to stitch them together. The final image presents a grid of various colored and patterned squares representing a finished piece of fabric. Where else can we use running stitches in daily life? Write your response in the given space. If one thread breaks in your stitching, what do you think will happen to the rest of the stitches? Write your response in the given space. Stitch and decorate. Did you know that in different parts of India, people use many different kinds of stitches? Not just to join cloth, but to decorate it beautifully too. Each stitch tells us a story of a place, people, and their tradition. At the bottom of the page, there is a table that depicts traditional embroideries of India and their origin. There is a picture depicting a table with 8 examples of traditional embroideries from India. Each row contains an image of the embroidery, its name, and its place of origin. The embroideries include styles such as chicken, banjara, kanta, gota, fulkari, toda, Kashmiri, and keng. First, chicken or chicken curry originated from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Second, banjara originated from Rajasthan. Third, kanta originated from East Indian states like West Bengal, Orissa, and Tripura. Fourth, gota originated from Rajasthan. Fifth, fulkari originated from Tamil Nadu. 6. Toda originated from Tamil Nadu. 7th, Kashmiri originated from Kashmir. 8th, Keng embroidery originated from Meghalaya. Recycle. People in our country rarely throw clothes. If the clothes no longer fit us, we usually give them over to a younger sibling or to anyone who can use them. Sometimes an elder may make something else from it. There is also an old tradition in our country of making beautiful quilts by joining small pieces together. Page number 143. At the right-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. Handloom weaving supports thousands of families and uses no electricity, making it eco-friendly and sustainable. Exhibition. You have created a set of wonderful materials. Display your mats, stitched cloth pieces, and leaf cutlery. Add name tags and short notes explaining how you made them. Invite your classmates or your parents to visit. There is a picture that depicts 3 handloom dresses displayed in a store window. Let us reflect. Question number 1. Have you ever reused or recycled an old piece of cloth? What did you or your family make from it? Question number 2. If one thread breaks in a stitched cloth or in a woven mat, what might happen? Why is each thread important? Question number 3. Visit a tailor shop or a handloom store with an adult. What tools or machines did you see being used there? Question number 4. Find out what kind of weaving or stitching work is famous in your area or state. Name it. Question number 5. We should not throw the old clothes away. Why? Question number 6. Below are the jumbled up steps of the life cycle of a moth. Read and number them from 1 to 6 in the correct order. 1. Adult moth comes out of the cocoon. 2nd. Eggs hatch into tiny caterpillars. 3rd. Silk moth lays eggs. 4th. The cycle begins again. 5th. Caterpillars eat mulberry leaves and grow big. Last, caterpillars spin cocoons around themselves. Page number 144. At the left-hand corner of the page, there is a keynote. The Patola sari from Patan, Gujarat, is very complex. It takes 6 months to 1 year to weave just one sari. Question number 7. Bring 5 to 6 pieces of different types of clothes from home or nearby tailors, which could be leftover scraps. Observe the material closely and complete the table. Ask an elder or search in your book to find out whether it is made from cotton, wool, silk, jute, polyester, or nylon. There is a table with 6 columns. First column, cloth piece number. Second column, how does it feel? Smooth or rough? Third column, thick or thin? Fourth column, shiny, yes or no? Fifth column, stretchy, yes or no? Last, what do you think it is made of? Fill your responses in the given table. At the bottom of the page, there is a picture depicting a group of children playing outdoors in a park. One child is flying a kite while few others run and stand nearby. The 2 children are on a seesaw. The background includes a large tree with a bird perched on a branch, as well as few other smaller trees. Chapter 8 ends here.
Our Wondrous World. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Environmental Studies for Grade 5. Narration, Chinky Goswami. Sound recordist, Manju Kumari. Assistance in production, Soumya Malik. Directed and produced by Vimlesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.